Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, as you can see from the title, I'm going to give you my version of the ultimate Zara fragrance buying guide. So with Zara, there is a lot of videos online. People love to recommend Zara fragrances because they are affordable. There is always a new hidden gem from Zara. There is always something hyped up. Um, there is a lot of noise. This is my version of the fragrances that are actually worth it, that are actually really nice quality, that are worth your money. Zara is very affordable, the fragrances, but I still think you shouldn't buy all kind of scents from them because there are hits and misses. Zara fragrances are very hit or miss, so that's why I kind of put this list together to kind of give you an opinion of what's worth it and what's not. So of course these are all just my opinions based on my personal taste. You can have different things, but maybe this will give you a good idea of what you should look for next time you are trying something new. So that being said, I don't like Zara, I don't support Zara, I never buy clothing from them, I buy all my clothing secondhand. I kind of feel guilty talking about Zara because I don't like these huge fast fashion brands and what they are doing, but I have to say that their fragrances are really affordable and nice quality. Also, they are made in Spain, so maybe it's not that exploitative in a sense, if it's under EU regulation, the working conditions. So I don't know. I'm just gonna talk about Zara fragrances, but I just want to say that I don't like fast fashion anything, and even buying fragrances from them makes me feel a little bit indifferent. So anyway, let's start the list. That was weird. Anyway, the first one is Ebony Wood. I think this is the best fragrance from them. Such a good, unique scent. This is my all-time favorite from them. I always describe this as like a nice vintage walnutty Christmas cake. Like just a very simple, almost like a carrot cake. But it's also woody. It's soft. It's dry. A tiny bit sweetness, but almost like just the woody sweetness. I think it has ebony wood. It has some spices. I think this is the best Zara has to offer. You can buy it from the feminine side of the website, so the female section, but it's actually very masculine leaning. But of course, anyone can wear it. It's really nice. Ebony Wood by Zara. I think this is the best you can get from Zara. The next one is Rich Form Addictive. So this has been hyped up in the community for a very long time. It is a nice scent. I used to have it. I ran out of it. I used it up. It has, in my opinion, it's always smelled like coffee, rum, tobacco, and vanilla to me. So it's very cozy, very comforting. It's slightly sweet. It's mostly for fall and winter. It's also quite unisex, and it's almost like gourmand-ish, but not really. I really like Rich Form Addictive. It is truly addictive. It's very comforting. I know there are different batches, so I got mine 2 years ago. I don't know if they changed the formula since then. I know that there are slight changes. Some people say they get some coconut from it. I never got coconut from it, so I think there are some slight changes. I don't know. I'm just talking about my experience of the bottle that I got 2 years ago. So that was really nice back then. Vibrant Leather is a dupe for Creed Aventus. This is such a nice earthy, rooty, green. I think it's especially vetiver. It's playing on that Creed Aventus DNA, but it's a little bit toned down. It's more wearable in my opinion. I tried the original Creed Aventus, I tried other dupes, and this was my favorite version actually because it was so wearable. So yeah, Vibrant Leather, if you are into that scent profile, I think you will like Vibrant Leather. I'm not really a huge fan of the Aventus DNA, but even I actually enjoyed this version, so that says something. The next one I also kind of grew apart from this DNA, but I still recognize that it's very popular and very enjoyable. This is the Red Temptation. So this is the Baccarat Rouge 540 DNA. Zara has two versions of it. From the female section, you can get Red Temptation, or from the men's section, Red Edition. They are slightly different, but they are both playing on the Baccarat Rouge 540 scent profile. So it's kind of like a burnt sugary, airy, little bit medicinal, kind of strange scent, but it kind of had a chokehold on the fragrance community for quite some time. All throughout, since like, I don't know, 2019 to basically even today, people still talk about it. And Zara has a really affordable and quite spot on fragrance dupe. So that's Red Temptation or Red Edition from Zara. The next one I picked is Rose Gourmand. So Rose Gourmand is a dupe for Montal Intense Cafe. I have Montal Intense Cafe testers, not testers, samples. So I kind of see how the two are very, very similar. Maybe the Montal one is a little bit even stronger and sharper, but Rose Gourmand is also very nice. It's a coffee rose scent. In my experience, the Zara one is a little bit more milky, while the original Montal one is a little bit richer. But sorry, the sun is like changing all the time. But yeah, so that they are kind of spot on. One of my friends actually has this one, and it's very likable. I would say it's mostly suitable for fall and winter, but yeah, Rose Gourmand is also a good pick from Zara. If you like the YSL Libre DNA, Golden Decade is quite a spot on dupe for that scent profile. It's like a orange blossom, lavender, vanilla kind of fragrance. It's also kind of caramelly. It's quite intense, but the dry down is pretty nice. I actually have it. I'm gonna make a review of it. I have a 30 ml. It smells a little bit sweet. It's quite sophisticated. It's a little bit strong to my taste for everyday use. It's almost like a special occasion something to me, because it's so intense actually. Like, it's pretty intense, even the Zara version. So yes, Golden Decade. If you're into the YSL Libre scent profile, you will probably really enjoy Golden Decade. I'm gonna talk about 3 female marketed ones, because I got these for friends and family. So there is Lightly Bloom. It's a peony musk kind of scent. It's very clean. It's a little bit watery. It smells very sparkling and clean and nice and fresh, floral. I think it's great. It's very likable. It actually doesn't smell that basic. I mean, the scent profile can be basic, but for some reason I think it just smells very refreshing and always pleasant. So I do really enjoy that one. I got it for my mother actually, and she loves it. So yeah, Lightly Bloom. I think it's great. The other one, it's a dupe for. So the next one is Go Fruity. It's a dupe for Burberry Her. So it's like that sparkling strawberry, that airy strawberry with kind of that Baccarat Rouge DNA vibe going on. That's kind of the same that you get from Go Fruity. I think it's a quite close dupe. Maybe it's a little bit sharper than the original, but it's pretty nice. So I do recommend Go Fruity. They also have, smaller sizes, so you can totally try it if you want. It's pretty close to the original, but it's a little bit sharper. But I do really like it. It's a very fruity, juicy strawberry. And the last one is Gardenia. I also got it for my mother and also a different female friend of mine. This one has, so they say this is a very close dupe to YSL Black Opium. And this is basically like a rich, deep coffee scent. It's also kind of floral, but it's kind of that vanillic coffee, and you don't really smell coffee, but it's kind of there. It's more like a deep, rich flower. I'm not sure which flower actually, but if you ever tried YSL Black Opium, it's kind of playing on that same DNA. So I do recommend it. I think it's a very nice, intense fragrance. Um, it's not for everybody, but I personally really enjoy smelling it. I think it's very well done, and it doesn't fall flat at all. You know, sometimes tubes can fall flat a little bit, but I feel like Zara has some really nice spot on dupes that just really give you the same excitement than the original. So yes, um, please let me know if you have any other recommendations from Zara that I haven't tried yet. I saw they came out with a lot of new fragrances recently for men. I would be excited to try those. I unfortunately don't have a Zara close to me, so I can go to store to try them. But yeah, let me know if you would add anything to my list. These are the ones that I feel like are really worth it. These are the ones that are currently available. And yes, I just wanted to kind of give my thoughts to this entire Zara craze, because you know, Zara fragrances kind of took the fragrance community by storm because they are so affordable and there are some real hidden gems. So besides these, there are so many other Zara fragrances, but in my opinion, these are the ones that are kind of worth talking about. So that was it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please let me know what you thought about this list. And other than that, have a nice day and see you next time.